After Jesus was baptized, he knew it was time to prepare for something very important. He needed time alone to pray, reflect, and be with God. So, he walked deep into the vast and empty desert, where the sun blazed during the day and the nights were cold and still. There, in the silence and the sand, Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights without food, focusing only on his connection with God. But the desert was not just a place of quiet. It became a place of testing. As Jesus grew physically weaker from hunger, a dark presence appeared. It was the devil, also known as Sereth, a cunning spirit whose goal was to lead people away from God. Seeing that Jesus had not eaten in many days, Sereth tried to take advantage of his hunger. He walked up to Jesus and sneered, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." The rocks lay still on the ground, rough and silent. Jesus looked at them, then back at Sereth. Though his body ached for food, he answered firmly, "It is written, people do not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Sereth was not finished. He took Jesus to the holy city of Jerusalem, and in a flash, they were standing at the highest point of the temple. Far below, the streets of the city bustled with life. The height was dizzying. Sereth spoke again, trying to sound clever. "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it is written, He will command His angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." Jesus stood firm, unshaken. He looked at the tempter and said, "It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test." Still not ready to give up, Sereth tried one last trick. He took Jesus to a very high mountain where the view stretched endlessly. From that height, he showed Jesus all the kingdoms of the world, every glittering city, every tower, every palace. The temptation was bold and brazen. With a sweeping gesture, Sereth said, "I will give you all of this, every kingdom, every crown, every bit of glory, if you will bow down and worship me." Jesus didn't hesitate. His voice was strong. "Go away, Sereth. For it is written, worship the Lord your God, and serve Him only." And with that, Sereth vanished, defeated. The desert became quiet again. Jesus had passed every test. Though he had been weak in body, he showed great strength in spirit. He had faced temptation head-on and had not given in. Soon after, angels came to Jesus and cared for him. Peace returned to the desert, and Jesus was ready to begin his mission. This story of Jesus in the desert teaches us something powerful. Even when we are tired, hungry, or alone, we can still make the right choices. Temptations may come when we feel weakest, but like Jesus, we can stand strong by holding on to what is right and true. The words of God gave Jesus strength, and they can give us strength too. When we face difficult decisions, we can remember Jesus' example and say boldly, "Go away, Sereth." Choosing what is good isn't always easy, but it is always worth it.